What's up, YouTube? This is Baz from Stoic Gaming. It is April 1st, 2013. This is the one where I talk about the Defiance Beta. I played it was like a week ago. My last video, I told everybody I was going to talk about the Defiance Beta and never talked about the Defiance Beta, so let's talk about the Defiance Beta. I put, according to Raptor, 32 hours into the beta over the course of 3 days. So I think I got a pretty good feel, as good as anybody else, about what the game's about, different types of things you could do. If you check out the YouTube channel, you can see me do some PvP, and there'll be other videos coming eventually as well. So let's start at the beginning. Character creation is abysmal. I really do like this game, but the character creation is pretty much a joke. There is 2 races you can be, human and the other one. There's supposed to be like 7 races in the Votan or whatever. There was only one other race you could be that wasn't human. It's pretty much a joke. There's a ton of different faces that all suck. Hairstyles are pretty much shitty. Anybody who knows my characters in game knows that I always make my characters with shaved heads, and that wasn't an option for one of the races. So I ended up being a human. You couldn't even really make a bald head in human. You just kind of got the buzz cut, high and tight military thing. So I was pretty upset with that. It was horrible. It was just bad. That's all I'll say about that. Moving on. We went in, created the character, went through some tutorial stuff. Pretty quickly got into the game. There was a lack of a player city. I hope that was just the zone we were in. It was kind of different than a regular game. I found out there is your ego rating is basically your level, and there is 5,000 is the max on that, 5,000 ego rating. Over the course of 30 hours, I got up to 200 and change. I think it was like 240 something. I did a little bit of PvP, typical standard stuff. You queue, and that's that. There was what are they called? Arcfall events. You look at your map, sometimes it'll pop up in a little message and says Arcfall event, blah, blah, blah. You go show up, there'll be a big crystal stuck in the ground, and a whole bunch of hell bugs popping out. Now, talking to other people in the stream that we're playing with, I guess that the hell bugs and difficulty and what's going on kind of is dependent and scales on how many people show up. So when you get a whole bunch of people showing up to this thing, it just chaos ensues. There's all types of crazy bugs and bigger bugs and flying bugs, and Starship Troopers out the ass, right? It was pretty awesome. I probably got through 5 or 6 of these Arcfall events, and you get kind of cool gear and stuff like that, until I realized that I was doing rifts from Rift, only in a shooter game. It's not a bad thing. The graphics are gorgeous. The whole game played great, but way to reuse this concept. Try on. It works very well in this. In fact, I think it works better in this game than it did in Rift. So, yeah, Arcfall events. 2 thumbs up on the Arcfall events. PvP, pretty standard fare. Vehicles, there was a whole bunch of like quads and stuff, and there was like a 4-player vehicle that kind of looked like a Warthog type deal. I didn't get on it because as soon as I popped in, like 4 other people hopped on it and split. But pretty standard. There was like 3 points, capture the points, whoever holds points longest wins. 2 teams. One of the weird things about it was whoever you're playing is blue and whoever's the bad guy is the red team. It threw me at first because I was like, well, how do we know which team we are? And blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're always the blue team. The other team sees you as the red team. It's not good or bad. It is what it is. There's what else? So we did that. Quests and mission, pretty standard MMO fare. But it is a lot more fun because you are shooting and actually aiming at your target. And modding weapons is kind of convoluted. Not to be all ADD and jump around, but modding weapons is kind of convoluted. I really didn't, over the course of 3 days, figure out properly how to do it. The other thing that bothers me too while we're talking about modding weapons is vendors. I went to try and buy weapons or mods or weapons for that matter, and there's not really vendors. There's kind of a big vending machine just kind of chilling, and you just go up to the vending machine, see what it's got. That's the lazy way out. Try on, not the way to do it. You need vendors and people and cities with stores, and that's not the way to do it. What else? The game became multiplicatively more fun when I got some people joining in with me, and we all hopped in Mumble and we started running around. Mumble, here's a good thing. Use your Mumble chats. This is not going to be the video game that redefines voice in games. The voice in game is atrocious. It was staticky. It was breaking up. It was crap. But we use Mumble like every other game. There's no game that's properly had voice put in the game yet. But and once we got into Mumble, we started really having a good time. Hours started flying by. It was a real good game. I still have very high hopes for this game. I think a lot of it hinges on the duplicity between the TV show and the game. One fails, I think the other one might start to slip a little too. If the show is horrible, let's call a spade a spade. If the show is horrible, the game probably doesn't have long to live. But the show might be a very good tool if it's good to bring people in the game, keep the game strong. I worry about their strategy with Xbox, PlayStation, and PC because, for example, at work I got a couple guys who were PC gamers and they got it on PC. And then the other guy who's the Xbox gamer got it on Xbox and we can't play with him. And that sucks. So that is what it is. I give the game right now 7.5. Maybe an 8. Maybe an 8. Could be an 8. But yeah, Defiance Beta. Check it out. On launch day, Tuesday, we will be playing Defiance. We'll be in the Mumble channel. There should be a few of us there having a good time. Hopefully got some drinks. You know what I'm saying? Getting a little shitty. And I'm going to have keys for all types of games. Giving away games. I will be giving away Red Faction Armageddon. I will be giving away a copy of Rift Storm Legion. I'll be giving away a copy of Darksiders. I believe a copy of Darksiders 2. I'll be giving away copies of, I don't know, there'll be a couple other games too. We're going to have tons of giveaways. I might do some t-shirts, some Stoic Gaming t-shirts. And yeah, so stop by, check us out. These are probably going to hinge on hitting certain milestones on our streaming site on twitch.tv/Stoic Gaming. So stop by, check it out. And that's it for today's episode. So stay tuned, keep an eye on all the channels. You can visit us at Twitter, Facebook, Steam, Google+, Tumblr, Twitch.tv, YouTube, which is where we are right now, and I don't know, we're all over the internet. So find us and check us out. See you later, guys.